Are you thinking about moving out of state, but you don't know where it's going to be, if it's going to be Arizona or Idaho? Maybe you've even considered others like Texas or Tennessee, Florida, who knows? But in this video, we're going to dive into Arizona versus Idaho. And we're going to discover which one's worse. Maybe it's Arizona, which one's best, and maybe it's Idaho. All right, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Because Idaho and Arizona are vastly different, while at the same time, they both hold true to some conservative values, and they both have a lot to offer. But we're going to dive into all that is Arizona, all that is Idaho, and why Idaho, I mean, why one of them is the best. Let's go roll that footage. The first thing we're going to look at in this video is the cost of living. We'll make this brief. There's a lot of sites out there that actually can aggregate a ton of data for you and make it super simple for you to know what the cost of living is in different parts. Now, if we compare Idaho to Arizona, Arizona is actually about 6-7% higher cost of living than it is in Idaho. One of the only categories that showed Idaho as a higher cost of living was childcare. But your groceries, your entertainment, your housing, all that was more expensive in Arizona, for a grand cumulative score of 6.1% higher in Arizona. Number 2, shops, groceries, restaurants. Which one has more? Which one has better? Well, Arizona by its sheer size has more. We'll head to Arizona maybe once a year. My sister lives down there in Phoenix area, and so for us it's a 2-hour direct flight, really easy with the kids. If it gets too cold here in Idaho, we just zip down there real quick. The amount of stores that Arizona has is quite a bit more. I mean, it's a huge city. One of the stores that Arizona has that Idaho doesn't is Fry's. If you've ever been to Fry's, Fry's is huge. I mean, if you're looking for any small detailed part, I remember one time I was actually in Austin, Texas, and I needed for filming just something like this as well, and I needed a little tiny piece of a microphone, and it was nowhere to be found at all the big box stores like Best Buy and all the others. And Fry's had it, and just as opposed to going on Amazon and finding these very small detailed parts, it was at Fry's. Both Arizona and Idaho, especially when we compare the larger metro cities to each other, both have quite a similar list of restaurants and stores. Some of those include Winco Foods, Albertsons. Those are actually both headquartered in Boise, just FYI. Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Sprouts, Best Buy. Some of the stores in Boise only that you'll find are, for a quick little list, is Fred Meyer. That's a Northwest chain, not found in Arizona. That's kind of like a grocery / outdoor patio furniture / a little bit better than Walmart type of store quality. They got killer Black Friday deals on their socks. If you didn't know that, they are known for their Black Friday sock deals. And then Arizona, I skipped ahead and I already talked about Fry's. When we look at Arizona's malls compared to Idaho's malls, so Boise has the Village, it has Boise Town Square. Eastern Idaho has a mall, it's kind of like very similar to Boise Town Square, but just not as larger stores in there. You have all the theaters, the shopping, the restaurants, a lot of the same chains in all the major cities, whether it's Idaho's cities or Arizona's cities. One thing that Arizona has is outdoor malls. They're super awesome. So when we hit up Arizona, there's this place called the Scottsdale Fashion Square. Awesome mall, we love it. We love a restaurant there in particular. It's Shake Shack, and that's not in Boise, it's only in Arizona. And for us, it's not only in Arizona, there's plenty more locations of Shake Shack throughout the nation. So that's something we regularly hit. It's just nice to be outside in the, for a cold 60-degree February for them, that's warm for us. We were just there a few weeks ago, and you got locals in their sweats, and we're out there in our shorts and tees, and having a good time with the sun. And just to touch on real quick, the Boise Outdoor Mall, the Village is pretty cool. It's got some high-end shopping for us, high-end. Some of the stores in the Village that you might see are Lululemon or Anthropologie, quite a few restaurants. In fact, the best donut store west of the Mississippi or east of the Mississippi is located in the Village. It's called Duck Donuts. If you have not been there, you have got to get there. One thing you have to know about the shopping though in Arizona is those malls. There's also a Biltmore Fashion Park. When I was there in November, we rented a Tesla. That was the only place where you could actually charge the Tesla for a full charge in a quick amount of time. So I had to go there a couple times to charge that thing. There were probably others, just missed them. But outdoor walking between stores, and there's little grass areas, that's turf grass and things like that. And obviously in November, there just isn't better weather in the United States. But in May, June, July, there's not better weather in the United States for summer in Boise. So you have to decide, you pick your poison between which season you want to be at. But for us, it's a quick flight away, $100 a pop, and you're down there enjoying the sun in Phoenix. Number 3, we're going to talk about the traffic. We're going to talk mostly about Phoenix versus Boise. I don't have a clue about, Flagstaff, Arizona's traffic or Tucson's traffic. I don't have a clue about Fruitland, Idaho's traffic. I mean, there's probably none there, right? So when we talk about traffic, we're talking about the cities. I have been in Phoenix traffic. It was bumper to bumper on the freeway for, a wreck that happened, and it was, 6 lanes, and it just was not moving. It was like park your car, take out the portable grill, and start grilling up hamburgers type of traffic. And it was terrible. The average commute time in Boise to work is around 20 minutes. The average time in Phoenix is around 25. Now, that's an average. It's taken about, it's taking a ton of data, but what it shows is how far, because there's so much data you're taking, is how far people will travel into work and how far you have to live outside of the city to make your housing affordable for what you're getting paid. Everyone, there's so many cities in Arizona to live in that Phoenix area. Phoenix, Gilbert, Chandler, Mesa, Scottsdale, there's a ton of cities. Boise, we've got Boise, Meridian, Eagle, Star, Cuna, Nampa, Caldwell, Middleton. So we have those to choose from as well. So both have their strengths there. When it comes to traffic though, Phoenix has a belt route, which is actually super awesome. They have quite a few freeways for their population. Boise has the freeway. It goes east to west, and then we have a little spur off the east to west that goes downtown. Really, it's pretty simple. Just goes right through the center. So when it comes to traffic, the time and the commute, Boise's got the nod. While at the same time, you can get to a lot of places on Phoenix's freeway system. So pretty good overall. I would definitely take Arizona or Idaho well over California. So there's your choices there. If you're coming from California, then easy choice. Get a California as your first choice, then make the choice of good or better, Arizona or Idaho, respectively. Number 4, when it comes to taxes in Arizona versus Idaho, very, very similar. When you have property taxes, sales taxes, income tax, all at the state level, both actually come out pretty even when it's all said and done. Arizona's property tax is a little less than Idaho, but ours is budget-based and not levy-based, and then you also have $125,000 of your primary residence's appraised value that you don't have to be taxed on. So it ends up being a lot less than the full amount as well. In actuality, the tax amount that you're paying in any state is really going to be pretty close if it's conservative budgets. When it's not the same as when you're looking at, the New Jerseys, the New Yorks, the Californias, those are higher taxes, but the conservative states, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Arizona, those ones are less overall. If this was our first video together, by the way, my name is Brian Hymas. I'm a realtor up here in Boise, Idaho area. I live in Eagle. I specialize in Eagle, Star, North Meridian. I've sold houses all over from Cuna to Nampa to Caldwell, Middleton to downtown Boise. I do it all, but Eagle, Meridian, and Star are really my bread and butter. Number 5, let's talk about which state has the better sports. That is going to be Arizona, I think. You've got Phoenix Suns, hoops. You've got Arizona Diamondbacks. Thank you for the shirt as of like 5 years ago or so. You've got Arizona Cardinals, you've got the Phoenix Mercury, you've got the Arizona Coyotes. I mean, you've got every major sports team in Phoenix. Phoenix is a huge city, so you've got everything you want there. And if you want to go down to even college sports, you've got Arizona State, which is a hop, skip, and a jump away. It's in Tempe, right there by Phoenix. You've got U of A down in Tucson. You've got NAU up in Flagstaff. You've got Grand Canyon University, which is putting on a good team with Dan Marley as the coach. There's a couple other smaller schools around there. Ton of options there. If it comes to sports teams, pick Arizona. Now let's compare Arizona to Boise. We've got Boise State. Who doesn't think Boise State's the best? Obviously, every Boisean does. Boise State football, Boise State basketball. They're even putting in some baseball as well. Yet we love Boise State everything. You've got Idaho Steelheads as well for minor league hockey. You've got Boise Hawks for minor league baseball. Small stuff. It's a fun environment, really is, and it doesn't get the traffic, so super fun. We do miss out on some of the NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs. Or I have been asked before, who do we root for? It seems that Denver Broncos and Seattle Seahawks seem to be getting a lot of love for football. When it comes to basketball, Utah Jazz certainly get a lot of love. When it comes to baseball, I'm not sure I see anyone going towards the Rockies or the Mariners a lot. It's really, I see a lot of LA Dodger hats, maybe because it's a lot of Californians coming in. For hockey, I can't say there's too many hockey fans out there. And WNBA, I'm not sure I've ever seen a WNBA shirt in Boise. Let's take a look at number 6, comparing Idaho's recreation to Arizona's recreation. In fashion of this video, we're going to go Arizona first. Arizona, you have a lot of hiking and a lot of desert landscape. You have biking, bird watching, fishing, golfing, great golf in the winter. horseback riding, houseboating, because you've got Lake Powell. And we shouldn't forget about Lake Powell. Lake Powell is a few hop, skips, and a jump from Phoenix, but super well worth it. Those who have been skiing, if you get into the mountains, it's a little bit harder to get to. Cross-country skiing as well. It's got a lot of that desert landscape. It's got a lot of warm weather. Lakes aren't as abundant, but they are there. When you compare that to Idaho, the fishing, the hunting, the horseback riding, the RVing, the sports, the snow biking, the snowmobiling, hiking, bird watching, boating, motorbikes. Both states have a ballooning. You have a Spirit of Boise in Boise. That happens every Labor Day weekend. ATVs, UTVs, the mountains and the lakes and the beauty there in Idaho. I would probably give it a nod to Idaho on that one. That's one of the reasons I hear people moving here a lot. They want to move close to the foothills to bike or to head off and camp for the weekend. Huge opportunities here in Idaho for that. While at the same time, when taking a good hike at 6 a.m. with the sunrise and the desert landscape is pretty fun too. Just watch out for the rattlers. Now, if we look at getaways for Arizona versus Idaho, Arizona has awesome little places. I've lost a client to Sedona, Arizona. They were looking at Eagle or Sedona. They moved to Sedona, so I'm 0 for 1 there. No, that's not true. I'm 1 for 2. I've had somebody choose here over Sedona as well. Sedona must be a good spot that people are looking at. There's the Scenic Rim Tour in Sedona, Out of Africa Wild Park, Castles and Coasters, Grand Canyon Railway, Arizona Sonora Desert Museum, the Gateway Park in Yuma, Children's Museum of Phoenix. Gotta love those children's museums in those large cities, right? Off-road Segway Tour, Hurricane Harbor Phoenix and Glendale, Catalina State Park in Tucson, Sea Life Arizona Aquarium. I've also done Havasu Pai. You guys if you've heard of Havasu Pai, awesome hike in Arizona. Sweet hike. You start in the wee hours of the morning because it gets so stinking hot in the green. Basically the outer edge of the Grand Canyon. It's amazing. And Marble Falls in the Marble Canyon in Arizona. When it comes to Idaho, Idaho does have some stuff to offer. Silverwood Theme Park up in northern Idaho, Lake Coeur d'Alene Cruises, the Hiawatha Trail up there in northern Idaho, Mesa Falls in eastern Idaho, Boat Box Hot Springs in Stanley. If you've never been to Stanley, Stanley is picturesque America. This is like the world's best hidden gem. Absolutely most beautiful scenery in America. Just hands down. I mean, it's its own beauty. Mountain Village Lodge in Stanley as well. Schweitzer Mountain Resort. It's in Sandpoint. Awesome skiing up there in Schweitzer. Teton Springs Lodge. On the other side of Teton Springs, there's Jackson Hole, which is Wyoming, but close enough to Idaho. Sun Valley Inn in Sun Valley. Shore Lodge in McCall. McCall as a whole is Boise's little getaway. There's not really much to do in McCall. It's kind of an interesting town. There's some golf, there's some trails, there's some hiking, and there's the lake, but really it's just a low-key resort town that there's not a whole lot to do. So those are some options for you in getaways in Idaho and Arizona. Both present awesome options. I would honestly feel there's probably a tie there, and I'd like to say I'm biased and that Idaho takes it, and that's why I choose Idaho. I'm not here because I have to be. I choose Idaho over Arizona, 9 times out of 10. Okay, 9 times out of 8, but it does have some awesome options, and getaways are awesome. I'd love to explore Sedona. Haven't done it, so if any of you have explored Sedona, put your comments down below. If any of you explored Sun Valley or McCall or Silverwood or any morning hikes, put those in the comments. I want to hear all your comments about Arizona, Idaho. I'd love to get a little debate. Love to hear why you disagree with me on why Idaho's not the greatest place on earth, and love to hear, or maybe you agree with me, why Idaho's the best place on earth. Put those in the comments as well. Would love to hear those. Number 7, we're going to talk about the weather in Arizona versus Idaho, and you cannot talk about Arizona's weather without talking about the sunny skies of Arizona. Last time I was in Arizona, I brought down these exact shades. This is Target's finest shade. They were so expensive that I could buy 2 at one time and not even break the bank. And I left these in my rental car. It's a second vacation in a row I've left my sunglasses in a rental car. But back to the point. Arizona in the summer is so blazing hot. We're reaching 120 degrees and nighttime of like 80, 90 degrees. So stinking hot. In the winter, it's 60 degrees and it's just a tad cool even for someone who's vacationing like me to go hit the pool up. The kids actually loved it. We've been in Arizona a couple times when it's 60s and the kids still hit the pool. For me, I need a hot tub at that temperature, but they can actually manage. So if you can head to Arizona anytime from Idaho and you'll be fine in their pools. Locals do not especially like that 60-degree pool weather. And then of course you can't talk about Idaho without having your winter gear on. Well, let's get out of this Arizona stuff. Without your winter gear on. Boise is a lot more moderate than eastern Idaho in terms of winters. The knock on Idaho is that it's got snow. Boise is the most moderate place. For example, today is January 20th, and I am filming with cloudy skies outside. It's about 30 degrees we'll reach about 40 by about 5 o'clock, and then the nighttime is gonna be about 20. And that's really fairly typical. Sometimes we'll get a weather pattern that doesn't get above 30 for a while, or we won't get above 35 for a while. It really kind of depends. We don't get a lot of snow. Usually when snow comes, it melts. There are exceptions to that. We just had the exception to that where it snowed and it stayed around for a week, and that was about 3 weeks ago. So it really depends. That's the knock on Idaho, is that we have snow. I love the change of seasons, I truly do. Every time there's a change of season, it's just fun. It's invigorating to see, you know, the trees are sprouting their leaves, the tulips are coming up, the daffodils they're out, marigolds are out, whatever it might be, like crops are starting to roll again. I really, really enjoy that. While at the same time, if I get too cold in Boise, I just head down to Arizona or Southern Cal or Hawaii, wherever it might be, right? So there really is advantages to both. It really depends on what you're looking for. Arizona's just so stinking hot, but it really depends on what you are looking for, what truly suits you. I'm not sure there's an advantage as much as it is to each their own on this one. Now I want to talk about some of the bugs and natural disasters that each state has, but before I do that, I do want to say there's snow in Arizona, right? Flagstaff has the snow in the winter. I'm talking about Arizona as a whole, when I probably should be specific and say Phoenix or Tucson or a lot of those desert valleys. Despite what the internet might tell you, here are the natural disasters that Boise has. State of Idaho, however, has had 2 earthquakes in the last 40 years, and we also get wildfires every summer. So that's something you might need to watch out for in terms of wildfires. I've never really seen a fire like that. It's not like they're next door. These are out in the mountains. The fire crews put those out. When it comes to Arizona, Arizona has some natural disasters, extreme heat, wildfires, dust storms, monsoons, and flooding. These dust storms, if you haven't seen them on the internet, I think it's Haboob. I think it's pronounced Haboob. They are insane. You should check them out. Like totally like this big dust bubble just goes and dwarfs things. It is crazy. When it comes to bugs and things in Idaho versus Arizona, Arizona has scorpions, which I cannot stand, crickets, termites, ants, moths, beetles, tarantulas, cockroaches. Ooh, can't stand cockroaches either. When Idaho's are pretty mild, ants, earwigs, box elder bugs, spiders, bed bugs, and clover mites. Box elder bugs are harmless. They're the weirdest bug. I'm not sure what they even do, what their purpose is. They're harmless. Yeah, I don't know what they do, but they're there. So that compares Idaho and Arizona's weathers, natural disasters, and bugs. Clear winter, Idaho, that is one of our biggest things, is we're moderate weather, moderate in terms of natural disasters, and moderate in terms of bugs. Pest control up here is a first world convenience, not even a must. So that's not the case in a lot of those other cities. Number 8, we're going to talk about housing prices in Arizona versus Idaho. When we look at Arizona, we're looking at mid 300s to mid 700s for average median home prices in some of the larger cities. In November 2021, the median list price in Phoenix, Arizona was up to $430,000. And you have to understand, Phoenix that's more of their downtown area. There's obviously nicer areas. In November 2021, Tucson's median home price was $324,000. When we talk about Arizona, I'm going to compare Maricopa County to Ada County, Arizona's biggest county to Idaho's biggest county. Maricopa's median home price was $470,000. And whereas in Ada County, which is our largest county, is at $540,000. I've actually had somebody from Phoenix try to move to Idaho and say it was too expensive. They couldn't get everything they wanted. It looks to me that Boise's prices are a tick ahead of Arizona's. While at the same time, my sister just bought a 3-bed, 2-bath starter home in Gilbert, and it was roughly $500,000. And that is about, what it could cost you here in Boise. So it really depends. It's going to depend on the neighborhood. It's going to depend on the area, how close you are to downtown. In both situations, you can find what you need to find in that range, 3-bed, 2-bath, $500,000 for new homes. If you want to up the degree of builder and the larger lot and things like that, then you just keep on getting bigger and bigger. And her lot was tiny, tiny, tiny. Something we'd see in Boise for that tiny of a lot would be probably a little bit less. So it really depends on where you're heading. They're really, really similar. Data would say that Idaho is actually more expensive, but because my sister's moving, and I have some data there to work with, they're really, really similar. And her backyard is literally, the backyard is big enough to play cornhole, and that's it. If we had that small of a yard, we would definitely be, I would honestly guess that we'd be cheaper. So it really is, they're really close, and I wouldn't make it based on which one's cheaper, which one's more expensive. We're talking, $20-30 a month difference on your mortgage for which place you want to live more. We're going to look at Idaho schools versus Arizona schools with number 9. Idaho has U of I up in Moscow, has Boise State, NNU, College of Idaho, Brigham Young University, Idaho, College of Southern Idaho, and Idaho State University over there in Pocatello. Some of Arizona's main universities and colleges, they have actually quite a few more, but some of their main ones are Arizona State, Arizona, down in Tucson, Grand Canyon University, Northern Arizona up in Flagstaff, and Prescott College in Prescott, Arizona. So those are just a few to talk about. Where the nod comes, not sure. We love Boise State. We're pretty proud of it. I'm sure the Arizonans are pretty proud of Arizona State and U of A as well. But that's one thing you don't get sometimes with college when you're in a pro sports team city, is the love of college sports. It's all about the craze here of college sports for Boise. So now that you've seen the whole lineup of Arizona versus Idaho, tell me why you'd pick Idaho. Wait, did I assume something? Tell me what you'd rather pick. If you'd rather pick Idaho or Arizona, or maybe you're still in the process of deliberating, and you want to know if you have a few more questions, ask them. Tell me what you like about Arizona more. Tell me what you like about Idaho more. Tell me what the best city mix would be. I'll put it in the comments. I read all those and I respond to those myself. I'm not hiring that out. That's something I do. I enjoy interacting with you guys. So let me see what you are all about in the comments. So if you're looking to move here to the Boise Valley, I have a simple, easy buying process. It's 1, 2, 3, easy buying process. I'll put you in it. What happens is it makes sure that you don't miss out on any homes, make sure you don't overpay on homes, and puts you into a tried and true proven system for finding homes that works and is efficient and doesn't waste your time, so you don't miss out on any homes. It's awesome. It totally works for out-of-staters, and you'll enjoy it too. If you're interested, call or text or email the information on your screen. And I want to remind you, every third Tuesday of the month, I go live on YouTube with a live Q&A, and I also do a market report on Boise. So if you're interested there, that's always 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time on the third Tuesday of each month. And obviously, since you love Idaho, and Idaho is the best place on earth, and Boise is the best place on earth, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out any videos when they come your way, and you will be notified when those hit you. If you hit the bell after the subscribe button, you'll want to not miss out on anything and all things Boise real estate. Now, when you compare to Arizona to Idaho, I know that Boise won out and that we're the best place on earth, obviously. And so I want you to watch the next video, Best Places to Live in Boise, right here. Awesome video. We're gonna go over, talk about all little areas in Boise. And so you can go watch that right now. Head on over, watch that video. And then, of course, did I even start that? Some of the stores that Arizona and Idaho both have, Walmart, Arizona. Huh? All right, we're gonna go here. Arizona's versus Idaho's. We all know. It'll be a while till I get this. We are gonna talk about number 5. Now, which state has the better? Woo! Last time I was in Arizona, let's do it again. Last time I was in Arizona, oh my gosh,